Hey, I'm Steve Krenz for Guitar Gathering. Thanks for joining us on this quick little lesson about how you can improvise a Celtic Irish sounding song. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our guitar and we're going to tune that to what's called DADGAD tuning. So what it is it's your E string is normally tuned to a high E, your first string, but we're going to tune it down to a D. So you're going to need a little tuner there. Don't get freaked out that we're retuning your guitar. Just grab your little tuner. And we're going to tune that first string down to a D. We're going to tune that second string to an A. So it's normally at a B. We're going to tune to an A. So the first string's a D, second string's an A. We're tuning this into a DADGAD tuning, which gets that kind of Celtic sound. The third string we're going to leave normal. The fourth string we're going to leave normal. The fifth string, we're going to put him at an A, so he's there already. And then the low string we're going to move to a D. So we're actually only changing 3 strings. So the low string, which usually is an E, now it's going to be a D. So the strings are 6 strings of D, and then A, and then D, and then G, and then A, and then D. And I'm sure you're thinking, oh gosh, it's just way too complicated. How can I ever figure anything out? Here's a little trick. If you only play on the middle 2 strings, it's normal. And all the rest of them are just kind of drones. Strings that are, are in D, a D and an A. So I can play anything normal on the middle 2 strings. So that would be a D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And if I just played those with these upper strings, it sounds like this. D, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So if I just play using only notes on the 3rd string, the only notes I'm changing are the notes on the 3rd string. And I'm going to do an A, a B, a C sharp, D, so 2nd fret, 4th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, 11th fret, and 12th. Which is basically a D scale. Now I'm going to make one change. I'm going to make one change on you. I'm going to make it a G scale. It's only going to change 1 note. I got my little droney strings, and I'm only going to be changing the notes on the 3rd string. A on the 2nd fret, B at the 4th fret, and now I'm going to change that. What was a C sharp in the key of D major? I'm going to change it to a C natural. So I have sort of a G, it's a G scale, but in D, if you want to think about that, that's a Mixolydian scale. D, E, F sharp, G. And so listen to the sound that makes. All I'm doing is playing a G scale on the 3rd string, which once more time, it's open G, 2nd fret A, 4th fret B, 5th fret C, 7th fret D, 9th fret E, 11th fret F sharp, and then G here. Hear how that just kind of gets that sound? Even if I just play the top 3 strings, it's similar to what a bagpipe would do. They always kind of have these little ornamentations, diddly-ump, that sort of thing. And we can imitate that on guitar by doing hammer-ons and pull-offs. Just hammering on. What was that? I just went up to the next, started on one note, went up to the next note in the pattern, and then pull-offed back. What if I did it up here and I went from B to C to B to open? What if I did the next one up, C to D to C to open? D to E to open. Add that with my drones. That low D and low A in there, and every now and then. Now I could do that same trick playing a G scale when I'm in the key of D. I could use that same trick on the 4th string, just like it did on the 3rd string. So if we did it on the 4th string, here are the notes. I have an open D, 2nd fret E, 4th fret F sharp, 5th fret G, 7th fret A, 9th fret B, there's the C natural there at the 10th fret, and then there's the octave there at the 12th. And so I can combine those with the notes that I know on the 3rd string to create a little melody. Even do thirds. I have it. So that's the 2nd fret. It would be the 3rd finger and the 1st finger, and then 2nd and 1st there at the 4th position, 3rd and 1st at the 5th position. An easy way to think about this is it's 2 of the same pattern. See how this is 2 and 1? 2 and 1. Now I'm going to do 3 and 1, 3 and 1, then 2 and 1. So there's a couple of doubles in there. And that gets you this, this great kind of Celtic sort of mode sort of a sound. Hey, what if I did harmonics? I could do the harmonics at the 12th, harmonics at the 7th, harmonics at the 5th. And all gets that beautiful sort of a DADGAD sound. Hey, here's another trick you can do. Like we were just talking about fun things you can do in DADGAD. I'm going to go up here to the 5th fret, and I'm going to go from the 5th to the 7th, and I'm going to do the same pattern, 1 and 3, on all of the strings. That's just the 1st and 3rd finger. And all those notes work. I can do little hammer-on things, where I hammer on from the open string to the 5th and the 7th. What if I did it on the 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string? Remember we were doing the move before where I moved from the 1st note to the 2nd one, and then back to the 1st and then off? Oh, Steve, what was that? Oh, gosh, it's beautiful. It's 1 and 3 at the 5th position on all the strings, hammering on from the open string. And then add some of these drony notes in there. Maybe I could do some of my thirds. Maybe I can do that single note. Now remember, your A is normal too. So I could do the same trick on the A string. So the 5th, the 4th, and the 3rd are all normal. So as long as you just think in those strings, you got it. It's just a great little way to improvise in DADGAD, and you get that Celtic Irish sound. If you're interested in that sound, boy, check out wonderful guitarists like Clive Carroll. Tony McManus is another one to check out. Pierre Bensusan. Let me play a little bit of a song by Pierre Bensusan in DADGAD Tuning, and you can hear how it sounds just like we were doing with some different, add some of the little trills and hammer-ons and pull-offs, and you get a really cool sound. It's just a great sort of a DADGAD sound. Anyway, that song is called Le Voyage pour Irlande, or The Journey to Ireland. There's some fun little ways that you can create a Celtic Irish sound on your guitar. So with the steps that we went through are, we got our guitar into DADGAD, which is the Celtic tuning that they use quite a bit, which is, remember, DADGAD, D, A, D, G, A, D. And you can do anything on the 5th and 4th and 3rd, and it's normal in your thinking. The only thing is these other strings are around it. And what we did after that is we did a D major scale on the 3rd string, which sounds really great, but if you do a G scale on the 3rd string, it gets that Mixolydian sound, which is really Celtic in its sound. G, F sharp, E, D, C natural. Remember, we also did the same thing on the 4th string. I could even do it on the 5th string. So don't think of improvisation as this big, complicated thing. It's just messing around and figuring out some ideas that you want in a particular tuning or on a particular string. So don't confuse yourself by thinking in positions. Just think up and down the string, and that'll be an easy way to do it. Remember, you can do harmonics at the 12th, the 7th, and the 5th. So let me just mess around and we'll see if we can kind of create a little bit of a improvisation in DADGAD there. a fun way to mess around and get some great sounds out of your guitar that you're not used to hearing. Hey, I'm Steve Krenz for Guitar Gathering. Thanks for joining us on this lesson. Learn all you can, and we'll see you guys next time.